Hello, nice to meet you again. Happy to see you back. Today's video, let's have a look on how to make local storage. For the local storage, you create a sign up page that has a local storage. On submit, we see that your data can be saved locally on a local storage. We have to learn all this in this video. Once you enter something like your information, let me say Joseph, and then you can enter your email and then enter your password. Once you sign up, you'll see the local storage with the name Joseph. You see the password, and then you will see your email. We need to learn how we can go on and make a local storage within your code, how you can make that, and a simple sign up page. For that case, open a new folder on your desktop. I named it sign up with local storage. Just drag it in your VS Code, and then from that, within this folder, you can create an index.html file. Then from that, we will create another file called script.js, and another one, we will create another one called style.css. Those are the three major files we need. Within HTML, type this to start your HTML file. So for this, you can add this. In order to prevent loading your HTML file in a CAX mode, and most times you may face that challenge for the CAX mode. So you add this to tell the browser that load the page in no CAX mode. So we will need to import this script.js. Just type script source equals /script.js, and that's it. And then from that, another thing is that let's change the title to be sign up with local storage. Sign up with local storage. For that case, let's dive in and start. We'll have an h1 with a text in capital letter, sign up. From that, I think if we put this in a div, it's not bad. If we put this in a div, it's not bad. Let the sign up be outside the div. Okay. So from that, we will have a form, and so we will have a form, and then from this we will have a label for name, it will be a label for name, maybe from this you have an input type to be text, and the ID will be name. And then let's just copy this, copy and paste. We will have a label for email, and then ID will be email, and then for this label for this will be label for password, and this will be input type to be password, ID will be password. So for this case, once you open this, we see that we have started working on our page, but the styling is not so good. The styling isn't much good. Sort of edit some sort of stylings here. Let's say for the body, let the width be 100 VW, and then background color will be light blue. But we need to import this CSS within our HTML. Within the head, we need to say link rel equals style sheet. Then script source. Then source will be equals then source will be equals to script style.css. So for that case, we see that once you import this, we see that we'll have started the application. So for this, let's try to see. Let's try to check out and see here. This is ref equals. So for that case, I will continue on the same. For the styling, let's come to form. For the form, 10 pixels. So the input will have a width. Let me say width to be 70 or 80. So for this case, for this case, let me try this. For this, once we come back to the script, we would need to make this responsive. We are done with styling. I won't need to take much time on styling, but let's make this functioning. So for that case, but we forgot adding the button. We forgot adding our button label. I didn't finish the label. This is label for the name, and this is label for the email, and this is label for the password. For this case, this is small b, this is small b. Button. Yes, let's proceed and say that I have added the button, sign up button. Let's add some styling. For the sign up button, it has some styling of to have a background color to be dark blue. This H1 also has a color of dark blue. This button, let's give it a width of, let's give it a width of 80% also, plus a padding of 10 pixels, plus a border radius of 10 pixels. Let's give it margin top of 10. Let's go to the script, and then for the script we'll have a const sign up. Const sign up. Once we come to the submit to the form here, you add on submit, you name it sign up. This sign up, and then I will name this button type to be submit. So let's continue and say var, for the var name will be equals to document, that get element by id, document dot get element by id name dot value. And from that, let's add a var email will be equals to document that get email by id email. This is dot value. this is that value. So this is password. So from that, I think we are on, and then let's continue and say value user will be equals to for the user will have a name, an email plus a password. That is a full user. For the user will have a name. For the name will be that name we mentioned, and then for the email will be that email we mentioned above. For the password will be password we mentioned above. So once we go to JSON, we'll have a var JSON will be equals to JSON dot string file. String file just helps to turn a JavaScript object into an array. So I will say for the JSON will be equals to JSON.string file user. This is in form of object. String file will help to turn it into a string. So for that case, I will say local storage dot set item user, and then we will also have JSON. Let's make this to be a username, and then let this be a capital letter. Let it be a capital letter, and then also this is a username label 4. This is label 4. This is label 4. Label 4 a username ID, also username. So I think that's it. So from that, for that case, once we add a console, let's also add a console.log user added. So for that case, once we open our console, let me say Joseph this was a function. It was a function, so on submit it will call that function. On pressing the button, it will call this function submit. So once you press, you see that a user has been added. So once you type and then submit, you see that a user has been added. So once you go to the application, we want to see for the local storage. For the local storage, you see that the email is here, and then for the password, and then username. I think it's now fine. It's good you practice this kind of application. It's so much important. To help improve your skills. So local storage set item user, JSON. So try fixing this and try making this kind of application by yourself. You'll find that the skills will go on increasing. You see that the password is saved in the local storage plus the email plus the name. So thanks for watching. See you in the next video.